Hey guys, it's Luke here and welcome back to another video. Today we're featuring another M140i. It's actually been quite a while since I featured someone else's car rather than my one, but this car completely blows my one out of the water. It looks absolutely insane. It's running a hybrid turbo. It's also running the front and rear bumpers from the M2, and it's also a manual. So undoubtedly one of the best M140i's in the UK. What do you guys think about the M2 conversion that's been done to this car? I think it looks epic and does certainly give me some ideas of things that I want to do to mine. But I think what we'll do in usual fashion, I'll introduce you to the owner. We'll have a walk around the car before going out for a drive in this M2/M140i. Okay, so we're now joined with the owner, Luke, with this absolute monster. And you've been giving me the run round off camera and it's unbelievable, absolutely unbelievable. I think we'll start off with the looks because the wrap is the most recent thing you've done. Tell us about it because it's different, very different.
A super glitter wrap, they call it, from Tech Wraps.
Yeah.
The colour's called Azuri Maya Blue.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, and it's you go around, it's quite glittery, and it looks like a grey.
And then you hit it in the sun.
And goes to blue.
Yeah, because it's similar to like Nardo Grey when you don't get the reflection.
Yeah.
And then you get the reflection like here, and it's mental.
Like purpley blue.
Yeah, absolutely mental. But anyway, going on to the more juicy stuff, I think we've got the bonnet up, where obviously a lot of work has been done. Mainly the turbo, I think.
Yeah, so it's got the Vargas GC turbo.
Yep.
In between sort of the pure stage 1 and pure 800.
Yep.
I haven't got it on the dyno as yet, but set about 540, 530 mark, I think.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Without the meth.
Yep.
And yeah, they do a GC Plus Vargas as well. That's like 700 brake horsepower sort of thing. So yeah, I just think we'll leave it at this power.
Especially because you're running your manual, so it's already a lot of power.
Hard, to drive.
So obviously you've had to upgrade the clutch as well, I imagine.
Yes, it's got a hybrid upgraded clutch because it was struggling. It was slipping in on the base map.
Oh really?
Yeah, on the hybrid turbo base map. So I had to get that done. I should have got it done beforehand, but I didn't know.
True, yeah, I'm surprised it got that far actually. So you had it was running on the stage 3 base map?
It was running on stage 2, perfectly fine on the MHD maps.
Yeah.
And with the base map, sorry, the base map, it was all right as well. It went until I started doing the revisions with the tuner. Yeah. It started to slip.
Oh, okay.
So I got that done before I finished everything off.
Yeah, so give us a bit of a walk around under here because obviously as well as the turbo there's been a load of other mods which have had to be done.
So it's got the Vargas turbo. Yep. It's got the BMS intake. I haven't changed this yet. Apparently they're
the charge pipes.
A bit better than the N55. So.
You generally, I mean this is a pre-LCI this car, isn't it? Or is it LCI?
Yeah, it's pre-LCI.
Pre-LCI, yeah. So it's generally when they get kind of higher mileage, they just start to perish anyway. Really. They're okay.
Yeah, plastic obviously.
But plastic, yeah.
So, it's got the bigger R Sport charge cooler.
Yep.
It's got the oil catch can and the Supra.
Oh, the high pressure fuel pump as well.
High pressure fuel pump, yeah. And that's pretty much it. Under the bonnet.
In terms of the exhaust, obviously you've gone downpipe as well, but a bit of an interesting one in terms of the back box, because if we come around here, obviously with the M2 bumper, are you running like a completely different back box then? Yeah,
so it's got no back box, so the back box is it's pretty much a straight through, and from this point they've custom made from the back. They've custom made the quad tips, quad exhaust to make it fit the bumper.
It looks so cool. You have to when you do the M2 rear bumper. Really cool. And you've even got the little reflectors. It is like pretty much like a replica M2 kit.
Yeah.
No, it looks
it's
awesome.
an M2 kit, but it's the M2 is obviously slightly wider, and you've got to change a lot, like the lights and the arches.
Yeah.
The wings, sorry.
That's true, yeah, because the M2 is slightly wider, so this is like a modification of an M2 bumper, really.
Yeah.
CS style bonnet as well.
CS style bonnet.
Looks really cool.
CS style alloys.
Yep. In satin grey as well.
Yeah.
And then in terms of suspension, just on some lowering springs?
Some lowering springs, yeah. Vogtland lowering springs.
Okay, yeah.
In Germany, I think.
You don't need any spaces with these because these wheels are really wide as well, aren't they?
They're quite wide at the back.
They're like right on the limit.
Yeah.
I noticed you've got the stock brakes still, which is brave.
Stock brakes, stock suspension. That's the next step.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brakes definitely.
I'm not going too mad at the moment.
Yeah, that's fair enough. But I think that's pretty much it, right?
Yeah.
There might be some other things which we might gloss over when we're out in the car, but I'm really excited to experience this thing. So I think without further ado, we'll start it up and go for a drive.
Yep.
Oh, mate. You're probably all used to this, but man. I mean, the exhaust sounds quite a bit different, actually. I don't know if it's just because of the back box that you've had done with the 4 tips.
From the gear change, it sort of makes a...
Yeah, it does make a little bit of a snap, actually. I mean, it's just a completely different experience with a manual.
It is hard to... It's quite a long shift, so you can't do them quick... I don't know, yeah.
You haven't got a short shifter on it, it's just the standard.
No, it's just the standard, and it's got the different gear knob. I don't know if they class that as a bit shorter because it's a bit more stumpier.
Yeah, it's M performance gear stick.
Yeah.
So there's a couple of other bits which I think we completely forgot to mention. Mainly the diff, which you've had done. So you've got a limited slip diff on it?
Yeah, it's got the Quaif diff from Bird's BMW.
Yeah, that's definitely a popular thing to do. Well, it's probably needed for this amount of power.
Yeah, you can tell the difference when I was doing like the logs. It was slightly cold, and it spins. It grips more in the wet in like third gear, and with the LSD. It just seems to spin with the other.
I mean, it's just so much power to have to the rear wheels anyway. With an open diff originally, it's only going to win one way in the end. That tone is mad. It almost sounds a bit like an M2. I mean, you're short shifting, and it's just the power's just there. So obviously, the manual is something a little bit different. Actually, was that something you originally kind of planning?
Yeah, I
always wanted to go manual.
Yeah, because I had the auto M140i, and when I got this, the autos were good for £5,000 more than the manuals.
Okay,
yeah, the autos were going for like 22s for the mileage and the year. And the manuals, I got this for like 16 and a half. Really? Yeah. And that was a year ago, so and it's quite low mileage. It's done 41 now.
That's not bad at all, is it? Ooh, 360 Challenge Stradale, look at that.
That's nice.
That is very nice. Love that. That's the thing, we're in Ascot and it's a nice day. There's going to be cars around. To be fair, this thing gets some looks as well. Because outside in the sun like we've got today, it just changes so much. I mean, just as we were walking around it was just like grey, blue, a little bit of purple in it as well. But the camera just doesn't really pick it up. That is seriously quick. I love the manual shift as well. They're so clean, but they're so brutal at the same time. It's such a satisfying car to be in, if that makes any sense. Like it just works. It's a properly set up thing. Kind of wish I would have got a manual now, to be fair. Yeah, but there's just so much more work involved with it. Like if this was a ZF stage 3 car, you wouldn't need to do the clutch.
Just the, what is it, the flash, just the stage?
Yeah, just the gearbox flash, really.
Flash, yeah. Is that, yeah, because it removes the torque limiters, is it?
Yeah, basically, yeah. This sounds so good. So obviously you've done a lot of work to this car so far. You bought it stock, I understand. Is there anything you kind of want to do to kind of finish things off, or is this about it?
I might go down the meth route just to make it a little bit quicker. Yeah, and like I say, the suspension and the brakes probably, if I was to do anything.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, brakes are definitely needed. So they're completely stocked, the pads and everything.
Yeah, pads. Really? Yeah.
You're a brave man.
But because I've done it in such a short space of time, I sort of wanted to do that last. But
yeah. I mean, you wouldn't do brakes on a stock car, would you? Yeah, it's always the bit where you do the power and then you need to get a brakes on as well.
Even when I went to Birds to do the clutch and the LSD, like this sort of the thinking you've done all the work, the back to front sort of thing. Yeah. But yeah.
Oh, it's lively. You got to hold on, haven't you?
Yeah, you have. Yeah.
That exhaust sounds so good as well. You don't get any like unnecessary pops and bangs.
No, it's just, I thought the verbal setting's like above 3k revs, so you get some pops and it's got the, if it's not in, because it's in DSC off. Yeah. If it's just in normal sports, the manual, when you go downshift, it does that little blip.
Oh yeah, like the rev matching.
Yeah, rev match. That's it.
Oh, so it does it for you?
Yeah, a little pulling for.
Oh yeah, that's what you mean actually.
Yeah.
But it's still not too much. It's just a couple seconds, couple of pops. Sounds
I think it's on the medium setting.
Yeah.
My seatbelt's locked. Oh.
It's because it's too quick. It thinks we've crashed. First gear is almost pointless on this, isn't it? It's absolutely rapid. Even at just low RPMs, it's absolutely mental. It really kicks you around the place, doesn't it? Have you got traction off? Yeah. That's not bad for traction off, actually.
No, it does grip, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You sort of got to not put your foot down, obviously, but further
modulate it. Yeah. Anyway, I think we've honestly been so unlucky with the roads and traffic today. So I think we're going to call it a day. But mate, what a car! Absolutely unbelievable. And I think I need to. I don't know. I think I might look into this kind of M2 bumper situation. It looks quite cool. Really cool, especially in the reflection of the car in front. You can see all the colour actually. Wicked. Now I'll put your Instagram down in the description down below for you guys to go and check out. But from me, that is it. I hope you guys have enjoyed. If you have, please do make sure you leave a like and make sure to subscribe for all the adventures still to come.